Good morning, everybody. This is Jared with Fluty Homestead, and it's a cool spring morning here in Appalachian mountains of eastern Kentucky. You can see all the leaves are starting to come out, and everything's getting good and green. And today we're going to go and we're going to be picking some wild greens. Alrighty, the first green we're going to find here, we're out here in our front yard, and the first thing I see right off the bat is this we call old field bacon. And I don't know the technical name of it. And two of my green expert friends, Ronella Chaffins and Roger Collins, she said it was old field bacon, and Roger, I think, said it was a part of the wild turnip family. But we're going to pick a little of this to go in our greens. Here's some more. Here's a better shot of the leaf. Looks kind of like a turnip leaf, but they're kind of purple. I cut some of this off when I mowed the grass the other day. Alrighty, here we've got some of the broadleaf plantain, and it's probably the most popular in the yard, and we have an abundance of it. And the leaves is kind of fat and dark green, and you can see it here on the ground. And it probably gets about this tall and gets a little stalk on it with some seeds. And you want to get it when it's young and tender. The bigger all these get, the more tough they're going to be and bitter. So we get them when they're young and tender. And there's a narrow leaf plantain, and we'll see if we have any of it too. Alright, we found a few of the narrow plantain, and you can see the difference in the leaves. This one's pretty fat and this one's pretty skinny. So that's about the only difference. See, the stalk kind of looks the same, but the leaves are different. One's narrow and one's broad. Alrighty, here's a few little dandelions, and this is a pretty small one, but you can see the leaf here. This is real little. They get, gosh, they get pretty big. And you can eat the blossoms too, sauteed in butter. But we're just after the greens, and they're pretty common too, of course. And these are small, but you want them young and tender. All right, here we got some dock, and you don't want it when it's real big. It's real bitter, but you know, there's some young little leaves. You can get them. You don't want a whole lot of it though, because it's more bitter than the rest anyway. But you just want the youngest and the tenderest. So that's about as big as I get. Alrighty, here we got some wild poke sallet. And this is about the size you want to get it when it's young and tender. And whenever these stems, hello dog, whenever these stems is green, before they start turning purple, because this gets toxic when it gets bigger. And they recommend that you boil this 3 times before you fry it in your bacon grease. So that's what they recommend. We add it to our green mix, but just look up the recommendations on it. I don't want to tell you nothing that's going to hurt you, but this is the size we get it right here. This is probably our favorite out of all the wild greens. Alrighty, we're out here in a raised bed right now, and Lakin's picking greens. We got some kale, spinach, and mustard to pick, and I was going to show you. My neighbor made me these little tire planters out of some old 4-wheeler tires off my 4-wheeler, and we planted us some Market More 76 cucumbers right here. And I want to show you our broccoli and cauliflower, how nice and beautiful it's looking. Lakin's picking her kale. This kale's done really good.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful. And she's just taking the big leaves off, and we'll get the little ones here later on. And we're going to pick this spinach. And then we're going to pull up some of this young mustard and thin it out and go ahead and eat some of it. Then over here we've got 2 more of the tire planters that we got a zucchini and a squash in. Just a regular green zucchini, and then a straight neck yellow squash in this one. And then Lakin planted there's some carrots in this planter.
They're all different colors.
Yeah, you got purple carrots, white ones, and orange ones. You're gonna have a big mess of spinach off that, which it'll kill down.
Kale.
Yeah, kale, not spinach.
We got spinach too. We got plenty.
Nice and pretty. The bugs ain't never touched it.
Plan to freeze some and share some with
My mother-in-law.
yeah,
Lakin's
and some
mother.
neighbors. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's just 6 little kale plants.
Does that look like enough?
Yeah,
Can we leave the rest?
whatever you want.
Alrighty, I'm gonna pick some spinach now. The spinach is huge.
Yeah, it's done really good. Finley's having a big time in the sandbox.
Talking with the spinach.
This raised bed produces a lot of veggies. And it's 16, I think the whole thing, the fence was 16 feet long and 12 feet wide, I believe. And then you got the walkway, so not a very big spot.
I like it better than the big garden.
Yeah, it's easy to get around in here. You ain't got to run a tiller through it.
Anybody could do it.
Yeah, this is Lakin's kitchen garden, we call it.
I love you guys.
Lakin's going to get some of this little old mustard. This is little bitty stuff, but we're going to go ahead and start eating out of it and thin it out a little bit. Normally we'll let it get big as the kale and the spinach, but it'll be good and tender. I planted it way too thick anyway, but it won't last long. When it gets hot, the bugs will eat it up and start getting more tough and bitter.